Hey guys, it's Wayne Mazzoni, pitching coach at Sacred Heart University, shooting this video for Figure It Out Baseball. What I wanted to talk about today was, you could call it self-coaching, or you could call it the balance between old school coaching and new school coaching. And what I mean is, back in the day, the day when this gray bearded guy was a kid, there were no coaches, no travel teams, no lessons, no videos, no Rapsodo, nothing, right? And then today, there's an abundance of all those things. But yet a little bit has been lost now that kids don't seem to do as much on their own as we used to do. But back in the day, we used to do a lot, but didn't really know what we were doing and didn't have a lot of help. And it's what I want to talk about today. Is I think the best coach that you will ever have is yourself. So what are some things you can do to become your own best self-coach? Number one, you should question the things that you're being told by anyone. I don't care if you love your coach, you should question it. And one of the ways you should question it is by looking at videos of really good players to see what they're doing. Here's an example. I had a kid that came to me basically looking for additional velocity, and through a bunch of questionings and things I was asking him, found out that he firmly was taught and believed that every pitcher must land in a fielding position, right? Have to land in a fielding position. And the reality is, while some guys can throw hard and land in a fielding position, if you turn on the TV or go to YouTube, you'll find that most elite pitchers today do not land in a fielding position. Number one, they're trying to be really athletic, and a fielding position takes away from some athleticism. And number two is they're trying to throw hard, stay in the major leagues, and get major league hitters out. So just by me telling this kid that it's okay to fall off to finish your delivery, he went from 82 to 87 miles per hour. Now, that's what I mean by self-coaching. If this kid was told that by a coach and questioned that, and I encourage everybody to question everything, even the college guys I work with. I have no problem if they go to a different coach in the summertime or in the wintertime. I said, just listen, run it by me what they're telling you, and run it by yourself. Fact check it. Does it feel good? Does it work? As opposed to just taking things verbatim. That's number one. Number two, and I kind of just mentioned it before, there is so much video in this day and age now that you have to be looking at video. You have to have your swing, your pitching on video, and you have to own it. So any kid that I'm always talking to, if they don't have their own swing and their own pitching, depending obviously what position they play, on their phone, it's a cause for concern, because that means, to me, while some guys just don't want to think about that mechanical piece, which is okay, you're relying on a coach to fix your swing, or you're relying on a coach to work on your delivery or working on your mechanics, right? When you're at the plate, it is just you. You don't have a coach to help you. When you're on the mound, it is just you. You don't have, anyone else. This sport is very individual, so you should also treat it that way. It's great to take lessons, great to have teams, but you should take it upon yourself to always question what you're being taught, to review things by video, and then when possible, strength training, skill development, mental training, build your own program, build your own training, determine what you need. I tell all the players I coach, everything I teach you is a buffet, and I want you to pick from the buffet what works for you. And when we meet as a college team after the summer, at the start of the fall, we all share what we learned in the summer, because I'm always learning. And one guy might hear from some guy that was in the Cape League about a grip that might change them. So you have to take responsibility for your own development, for your own learning, and for your own self-coaching. So be a sponge, investigate, question things, and build your own group of players and friends that are that group of guys that want to get to that next level and develop as good as possible, and are always pushing to be the kind of player that wants to win a state championship, wants to make it to the playoffs in the college level, wants to play after college, wants to go from the minor leagues to the major leagues. And it happens by being self-motivated and self-coaching. Again, it's Wayne Mazzoni, pitching coach at Sacred Heart University for Figure It Out Baseball.
Thanks for tuning in to Figure It Out Baseball. If you're watching on the figureitoutbaseball.com website, I hope you check out the Figure It Out Baseball store and grab yourself some gear to help support this totally free resource. If you're watching on YouTube, please remember to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so you keep up with all the cool stuff that we do. For you podcast listeners, we've also got our podcast now available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and more. Figure It Out Baseball, the home of hundreds of free videos from dozens of college and professional coaches and specialists from great schools like this. So tell your friends about figureitoutbaseball.com, the world's #1 online coaching tool.